History Spotlight, brought to you by HEC Media and the Missouri Historical Society.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jody Sowell, president of the Missouri Historical Society in St. Louis, and this is History Spotlight. Forest Park was once home to multiple Native American mounds. The majority of them were destroyed to make way for the 1904 World's Fair. Public historian Amanda Clark tells the story.
When city leaders chose the land for Forest Park in the 1870s, they were drawn to the rolling hills, the thick forests, and the winding river that flowed through it. But when the park was picked as the site for the 1904 World's Fair, those same features became obstacles. Thousands of the trees were cut down, the river was buried in tunnels, and the hills were leveled. However, one important loss is rarely talked about today, and that's the destruction of a group of indigenous mounds near what is now Art Hill. Most people know about the famous mounds at Cahokia, just across the Mississippi River. Built by the Mississippian culture, they're part of a large ancient city. But St. Louis also had several groups of mounds on this side of the river, including exactly where the Gateway Arch stands today. As the city grew in the 1800s, nearly all of them were destroyed to make space for buildings and roads. The last remaining known mound in St. Louis is in the southern part of the city, near Highway 55 and Broadway, and it's now owned by the Osage Nation. Before the mounds in Forest Park were removed, the Missouri Historical Society hired anthropologist David I. Bushnell to study them. He found that some contained human remains, while others seemed to be the remains of homes that had collapsed and been buried over time. He believed they once belonged to a group of the Omaha tribe. Originally, there were plans to display the mounds and their contents at the World's Fair, but it's unclear if that ever happened. While these mounds were much smaller and newer than those at Cahokia, they were still important pieces of history that were marked on our natural landscape.
To learn more about the Missouri Historical Society, visit mohistory.org.